Welcome to the following presentation of the Southeastern Conference on ABC.
Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, where the winds of change are sweeping across the Oklahoma plains. How so, you ask? Well, year 4 right now, this Saturday, represents a seismic shift in the tenure of head coach Brent Venables of Oklahoma. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. First, though, we take some inventory with the college football playoff rankings. Roddy, what do you make of it?
Well, in regards to this game, the thing that stands out is a year after going 6-7, this Oklahoma team, ranked 6th by the College Football Playoff Committee, ranked 8th, is in position not only to make the college football playoff, but to host a first-round college football playoff game. Okay, we'll take a little bit more inventory and look at some games of import today. Other teams in the college football playoff picture from this weekend. Huge win by Georgia over Georgia Tech. Texas A&M upset by Texas. And, of course, the Iron Bowl after this one a little bit later. With the SEC still in very good position to get 5 teams into the college football playoff with 5 teams in the top 10, including this Oklahoma team. And welcome, everyone, to the All-State Kickoff. Mark Jones, Roddy Jones, Quint Kesselnick down in the field. Glad you decided to tap in. Let's take a little bit more inventory because there's a lot to talk about. In the big picture, panoramic view, the coaching carousel continues to spin towards LSU. Our ESPN insider, Pete Thamel, says that Lane Kiffin is the favorite to become the LSU head coach and that the school is optimistic about being able to sign him. Roddy, what does that mean for LSU on the field today? Well, it means they've got an incredible opportunity on the field and off the field today. On the field, you can go on the road and beat a top 10 team and ruin the college football playoff hopes of the Oklahoma Sooners. And off the field, you have a potential to steal the head coach of a top 10 conference rival. And by the end of the day, maybe by the end of the weekend, Lane Kiffin could be the head coach of the LSU Tigers, which would be a monumental shift. Weaken one of your rivals in the process. I like that angle. Let's take a look at how we landed here in the first place. LSU started off in the top 10, a prominent team, one of the favorites to win it all. Started off 5-0, then lost 3 of the next 4, dismissing Brian Kelly as their head coach, as well as the athletic director, Scott Woodard. Then they focused their sights on Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss as their next head coach. Roddy, we're still waiting for the smoke to come out of the coaching Vatican to see if anything happens on that front. But when you take a panoramic view, what does it mean moving forward for LSU? Well, it means LSU is all in. 3 of the last 4 head coaches for this LSU program have won national championships. So the standard is the standard, and they have shot high with Lane Kiffin. I don't know what the plan B is if Lane Kiffin does indeed decide to stay at Ole Miss, but it's very emotional a decision for Lane Kiffin. He has to decide, and Ole Miss has to decide, if he takes the LSU job, will he coach this Ole Miss team through the college football playoff? A lot on the line today. Yeah, a lot of emotion swirling from all sides of the equation as we go down to Q.
Thanks, Mark. Frank Wilson is the interim coach of LSU, and he has been charged with steering this program through what has been a turbulent month. One thing he's relying on today is he's told his players, we want to finish this thing the right way. And this coaching staff told us they're asking the players to put their best on tape, to put their resume on tape, whether that be for the NFL, whether that be for the next coach at LSU, or whether that be for the portal. So the Tigers looking to finish strong and put that work today, Mark, on tape against Oklahoma.
Well, folks, if you like defense, today is your cup of tea as we take a look at the All-State Spotlight, and it focuses on the 2 defenses. LSU, one of the top defenses in the SEC, number 6 overall, and Oklahoma leads the nation in a couple of categories. And both offensive lines for these teams have some shuffling due to injuries, so defense is going to be the story of the day. If you love good defense, hard-hitting, aggressive, pressuring defense, this is your game today. Feels like it's going to be a low-scoring contest. We're going to take a short break and head back to the studio with Kevin and a guy that has some feelings on LSU, Booger McFarland.
Mark, thank you. We'll get to Booger's thoughts in a moment when we talk about LSU.
Bigger than ever, we back.
I get chills when we call one of these games.
Legends are made in that building right there. We on a whole nother level. Bigger than ever, we back. SEC champions.
A win begets triumph, relief, and belief. Effort found sooner than later.
You are what you believe you are. You got us a hell of a football team.
Staring down doubters and the odd hater. Echoes from the past fill the lobby. Once winning trophies like they were a hobby.
The champions of the 67th FedEx Orange Bowl.
As we give thanks to Crimson and Cream, only one thought will remain. A berth in the CFP amidst a hard-fought game. So many great names through the years. The Selman brothers, Gerald McCoy, Tommy Harris have played here at Oklahoma. And during the last 3 weeks, boy, what a November to remember. Defeating top 25 teams, doing it by hanging their hats collectively at the defensive end of the field. LSU ready to play for the first time here in Norman, Oklahoma against the Sooners. So much on the line for Oklahoma. Mark Jones, Roddy Jones back again. Roddy, this Sooner defense has been impervious for the last couple of months.
They certainly have. Brent Venables before the season made the decision to take over defensive play calling, and it has changed the way that this Oklahoma team has operated. They've got an excellent defensive line that gets you in third and long situations, and then when they get you in third down, their pressure packages are elite. 6 guys around the line of scrimmage, and even though they're going to drop the 2 ends, the blitzing nickel from the secondary ends up getting on the running back, and despite picking it up pretty well, Davon Jordan runs through the running back and is able to bring down Ty Simpson. But even when they have 6 around the line of scrimmage, doesn't always mean they're bringing 6. They drop 2 to the field, and Alabama ends up with 3 offensive linemen trying to block 1 defensive tackle. It ends up with a free rusher for Oklahoma up the middle. An errant throw by Ty Simpson ends up in the arms of Eli Bowen, who takes it for a pick 6. Mark, this is a Oklahoma defense that has scored touchdowns in 2 of the last 3 games, and Brent Venables' aggressive nature has really defined this season.
Holding Missouri to just 6 points in their win last week. Hey folks, you're watching the SEC on ABC, presented by Burger King on an irradiant Saturday afternoon here in late November. Let's go downstairs to Quinn Kessenich for more. Quinn?
Almost 4 years to the day, Brent Venables was hired as the head coach here at Oklahoma, and he made a promise. He made a promise to the fans. He made a promise to the program. He said, we're going to have an elite defense, a defense defined by physicality, a defense refined by relentlessness, by a punishing attitude, and by a defense that is suffocating. Well, he's delivered on that promise. We're going to track those 4 pillars of this Sooner defense today during this game. Keep your eye on them. They'll show up. This is a group that can get after quarterbacks. They've been forcing turnovers, and they have become the identity of their head coach, a hard-nosed, blue-collar, defensive-minded team.
Spitting an image of their head coach, first in the country in sacks per game as well. Well, Frank Wilson is the interim head coach on a 2-game win streak for LSU. Former head coach at a couple of other schools and taking over, and he has done a wonderful job, as Quint pointed out a little bit earlier, of being able to insulate his players from some of the outside noise and static. Trying to get his offense in gear today against one of the top defenses in the country. Oklahoma won the toss, deferring to the second half. LSU will have the football to start this game. Toe meets leather, and we're underway. Parker and Brown back deep for the Tigers. They'll have it 1st and 10.